When I first found out about this game, I called it John Wick without guns. Well, that's not really accurate, but it is a lot of violence in a stylish suit. Developed by Ground Shatter and brought to us by Mode 7, Fights in Tight Spaces is a roguelike deck builder with a focus on tactical positioning and flashy moves. As the title says, there's not a lot of room to maneuver around sometimes, and anything outside the room is basically lava, or just a long fall. You start by picking a difficulty, a character model, and a starting deck. Not that you have a lot of choices on your first playthrough. You get an intro spiel, and then, if it's your first time, I strongly suggest doing the tutorial. You could skip the tutorial, as well as every other stage, but you probably shouldn't do that unless you're really confident. The story is window dressing. It's not there to wow you, it's just to provide a framework, a vague idea of who you're fighting and why. Which basically boils down to, you're a secret agent, you're good in a fight, and there are a lot of bad guys to beat up. Berlin has a ninja problem? Sweet, high kicks for everyone. The combat's where it's at. Starting out is simple enough. Just step up, hit them again. Knuckles getting sore? Shoes wearing out? Try the slasher deck, make them bleed. Or just shoot them. Guns sold separately. Aside from bashing baddies to bopping beats composed by a nervous test pilot, who, by the way, also worked on Frozen Synapse, what really makes the combat special is how often you manipulate your foes into hitting each other. Push them, grab them, use certain kicks, or just move out of the way, and they'll do your work for you. There are a lot of options among the cards, and some require a bit of setup, while a few are so stupidly situational that I can't recommend them. But it's not too hard to put together a decent deck. Even when you do build a solid deck, I still suggest you take care. There are times that luck just isn't in your favor, when you know you have like 3 ways out of a crisis, and none of them are in your hand. You might lose out on rewards because you have way too many sturdy enemies and way too few turns to deal with them. The rollback button has very few uses, and isn't even available in every difficulty setting. Also, do your best to avoid getting bullied into a corner. It could end your run. Thankfully, it's not as bad as you might fear. The AI usually doesn't completely box you in, and even when it does happen, there are some pretty handy cards that could help you out. And, win or lose, you unlock more cards and decks for later runs. Combined with the daily challenges, the game has a decent amount of replayability. All in all, Fights in Tight Spaces is a fun little slugfest. Just get into the flow, plan your moves out, and soon you'll be throwing hands with enough energy to match the music. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll give this game a try.